Some say that defunding the police means that people want to allocate some of the police budget to other programs and improve the community. Others say it will cause issues with crime. What are your thoughts? We've talked about this a bit.
Yeah, it's a catastrophe, and here's why. The cops and the necessity to have so many cops and to have them so well armed, all of that is a downstream consequence of really crappy policy designed to keep people in line after you've frozen them out of the well-being that they're entitled to. So if you then reduce the level of policing and you reallocate, you're not solving that upstream problem. And so you're going to create a problem of not enough police.
Yeah, you're going after the symptom.
Right.
You're going after the symptom. And some people do say that that's what they mean when they say defund the police. And some people do mean that, but not all of them mean that. And some of them are quite obvious in what they're saying when they say, I mean, you showed a New York Times op-ed a week or two ago saying, yeah, actually, we do mean abolish the police.
We mean abolish the police, right.
So, I mean, the fact that there's this one phrase that actually means two very different things is part of the problem. I mean, it's like calling the whole movement anti-racist when it's frankly patently not, and saying, oh, we only mean this one thing. Well, no, actually, some of you mean abolish the police entirely, and that's a non-starter. Therefore, you got to at least stop using that phrase because some people are using it to mean something impossible.
It would be the equivalent. It's the equivalent of treating a fever when the fever is actually your body's way of dealing with a pathogen. So you've got a pathogen, you say, oh my God, you've got a pathogen, you've got a fever, the fever is bad, therefore get rid of the fever. Well, now you've got a worse problem with your pathogen, right? Or treating pneumonia by denying the patient fluids, right? You're drowning, your lungs are filling with fluid, let's dehydrate you.
Yeah, we'll dry you right up.
We'll dry you right up. Yeah, it's just nonsense. This is not going to work. So it's not that people like us don't want to see fewer police. We do. But we want to see fewer police by virtue of the fact that they're no longer necessary, by virtue of the fact that you've solved the upstream problem first. It's the obvious way to go. So
that's excellent.
Simple as that.
That's good. And I like, this fever point is one that began to be being made in the 90s. As Darwinian medicine began to gain ground and then kind of stalled out. But the recognition that often a fever is the body's way. The body's response to the pathogen to raise the temperature in which the pathogen exists outside of its optimal zone, such that the pathogen fails, but not so high that the body fails. That's not what all fevers are, but that turns out to be what many fevers are. But this second one, one symptom of pneumonia is that you appear to be drowning. Let's dry them up. I think actually interjecting both these examples, whenever people say defund the police, it is the right analogy.
It's knee-jerk medicine.
Yeah.
Knee-jerk medicine.
Yeah, and this is knee-jerk social change. Defund the police, knee-jerk social change.
We've got a whole epidemic of knee-jerk medicine, right?
For sure.
Your teeth are misaligned. Let's drag them to the right place. Oh, that's a good idea.
What could go wrong?
Yes, right. The person's depressed. Let's give them something to interfere with the molecules that facilitate depression.
Do they have anything to be depressed about?
That's a difficult question.
That's too complicated.
Let's settle on an easier question
Yeah,
first.
let's go after the molecules.
Yep.